Episode 8 of Wednesday Season 2 starts his finale with Wednesday reflecting on how the past is never dead. She wonders why Isaac, Knight, took her brother, and back at school the sheriff has that very same question. Why would anyone take Pugsley? As of now, she's sending all the students whose parents came to the gala back home. Meanwhile, Weems advises Morticia to call her mum and ask for her help as a raven. Desperate times call for desperate measures, of course, and nonetheless she is willing to help. The three ladies perform a ritual and Wednesday has a vision of her parents burying Knight back when they were students. After the ritual, Wednesday confronts her mum and demands to know the truth. Left with no choice, Morticia finally tells her why Knight has a grudge against the Addams family. Knight took Pugsley to use his electrifying ability to power a machine that would allegedly cure Francois of her Hyde powers. You see, in the past, Knight had tricked Gomez into being part of the experiment. Knight knew that the experiment would kill Gomez, but still went through with it all the same. By the time Morticia realised the truth, the experiment was well underway. She managed to stop it though, but her sabotage led to the secret lab blowing up. Knight died in the process while Gomez lost his powers forever. Later on, Augustus threatened Gomez and Morticia, compelling them to bury Knight's body secretly near the skull tree. It turns out Knight had prepared the grave for Gomez, but ended up 6 feet under. Back in the present, Knight is trying to save his sister before she dies. He needed Pugsley as his source of power, while also getting back at the Addams family. It was his little way of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. The morning after Pugsley's kidnapping, the students start preparing to head home. Nijax and Enid finally get closure, while Agnes says her goodbyes as well. With the full moon coming up, Enid can't leave just yet. She needs to lock herself in the looping cages and stay calm. Meanwhile, Knight prepares to save his sister, but she asks him for a favour. They ask Tyler to leave a fake trail to lure the police away from Nevermore. Wednesday tries to warn the sheriff that this is a trap, but she refuses to listen. A Knight corners Eugene at the Hummer's shed and gives him a box to pass to Wednesday. Within this, Wednesday finds a crystal ball, requesting her presence at the skull tree at midnight. Now Wednesday takes Sting to help her take down Knight, and unfortunately Tyler overpowers Sting and puts him in a cage. In a shocking twist, Knight reveals that Sting is actually his hand. During a fight between him and Morticia, Morticia cut off his right hand. A Knight restores his severed hand and buries Wednesday under the skull tree. Agnes witnesses all of this and runs to Enid for help. With time running out, Enid is forced to turn in order to dig Wednesday out of her predicament. She does so, even though she knows that she won't be able to turn back. Now Wednesday asks Agnes to track Enid while she and her parents save Pugsley. Knight, Francois and Tyler return to the Ioga Tower to perform the experiment again. With his right hand sewn back on, Knight can now use his Da Vinci powers. He quickly sets things up and has Tyler lock Pugsley in position. Surprisingly, Francois doesn't want to be saved anymore as she's run out of time, but believes they can save Tyler. Knight forcefully ties Tyler to the table and starts the machine, and by the time Gomez, Morticia and Wednesday get there, the experiment has already started. Instead of killing Tyler, Wednesday frees him and watches him go after Knight and his mum. Now Wednesday and Morticia free Pugsley and try to escape, but Tyler turns into a Hyde and attacks Knight, while his mum tries to save her brother and turns into a Hyde too. A fight ensues between the monsters while Morticia and Wednesday fight with Knight. In the chaos, the tower explodes before the Addams family can escape. The police arrive to find Francois dead after she jumped off the building during her fight with Tyler. Now back at the tower, the Addams family and Knight regain consciousness, and Knight tries to kill Wednesday, but Thing turns on him. In the end, Knight dies by his own hand. Thing kills him and frees himself. The following day, Wednesday asks Thing to choose his fate now that he knows the truth. Of course, Thing chooses to stick by her side, and once again, Agnes drops by to bid farewell to Wednesday and brief her on Enid's last location. Unfortunately, they can't find Capri to help with the Enid situation. In another shocking twist, we see Capri approaching Tyler at the cemetery and inviting him to join her Hyde community. Although she's a wolf, her dad was a Hyde. This means she has the ability to be both a wolf and a Hyde. She assures Tyler that the community will help him be a part of a pack that transcends the needs of a master. Back in the dorm, Eugene invites Pugsley to visit him over the break. He's open to being Pugsley's friend, and the latter is overjoyed to hear this. While packing up, Morticia gives Wednesday Aunt Ophelia's journal. Weems sees this as a first step of Wednesday restoring her abilities by fixing her familial bonds, deciding to take a break as Wednesday's spirit guardian. Now Wednesday refuses to go home over the break though, and she calls her Uncle Fester to help track and save Enid instead. Even as Nevermore closes, Wednesday reflects on the carnage, unanswered questions and what lies ahead for them. She's unsure whether to trust her mum after all the lies she has unearthed this year, and also worries whether she will be able to save Enid and whether the girl's experience will change her. On the ride towards Enid's last seen location, Wednesday reads Aunt Ophelia's journal. She comes across a picture of a woman crying blood tears, and at that moment Wednesday has a vision of her aunt. Elsewhere, we see Hester opening a secret door to a basement in her house. Hester walks to another room in the hidden basement and calls out to none other than Ophelia. Without turning, Ophelia keeps writing on the wall, and these scribbles foretell of Wednesday's demise, which is where season 2 comes to an ominous ending. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and season 2 of Wednesday bows out with a decent season, chock full full of fantasy, drama and surprising twists. The cast and whole production team certainly outdid themselves here, and everything is geared up nicely for the 3rd season. Hopefully it won't take another 2 years to come out, and personally it would be nice if this isn't dropped with 4 episodes and a month break and then another 4 episodes like we did with this one. Once again though, the season ends on a cliffhanger and we have some questions that need answering. The fate of Enid obviously hangs in the balance, and Wednesday needs to find her before the other wolves turn against her. The longer Enid stays as a wolf, the harder that might be to get her back. We're also curious about Capri and the Hyde community she's talking about. Will she help Tyler be better, or will this new dynamic leave Tyler more unhinged than before? As a matter of fact, is Tyler going with her? There has been talk that there is still hope for Tyler and Wednesday, but as things stand right now, that looks impossible. I'm not even sure Wednesday needs a love story, and to be honest, the show functions better when it leans into more of the fantasy drama than it does with the romance. She's more iconic as a stoic, secretly caring girl she is right now. Of course, we know Morticia and Gomez will always have secrets, however, Hester keeping Ophelia in the basement for years is something that's likely to catch many off guard. More importantly though, why is Ophelia having premonitions of Wednesday's death? Why must Wednesday die? Season 3 needs to get here quickly, but in the meantime, Season 2 bows out with a decent conclusion. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.